Alright, it's next match. We're listening to some Dr. Mario music.
Looks like we have a normal match with switching on.
Lileep, Huntail, Bulbasaur versus Stunky, Pupitar, and Grimer.
So, usually I want to talk about the matches, but I can't really right away because the team viewer thing we have is kind of small, so I wait for it to show up on the mainstream so I can get a screenshot. That should be pretty soon, though.
Well, Lileep's holding its own fossil, Huntail's holding a blue shard, Bulbasaur's holding a miracle seed, Stunky's holding soft sand, Pupitar's holding a heartstone, and Grimer's holding zoom lens.
Thank you for the tokens, by the way, Master Huntress. That's very generous of you.
Thank you for the tokens.
Well, Bulbasaur going first is pretty good, because it can sleep powder whatever Red decides to do, and it's not particularly unfavored against anyone either. I mean, Dig is neutral, Poison moves will be neutral due to its Grass Poison dual typing. Seems like a pretty good start in general. Like, if you started with Huntail, it wouldn't be quite as good, necessarily.
Yeah, the only real problem I see is Pupitar versus any of the grass types on the blue team, or Grimer's Thunder Punch against Huntail. But even then, it's not boosted by stab or anything, it's just plain old super defense. Special defense.
I'd say blue has the advantage right now. Because,
and that's pretty much what it is at the moment. Blue's got 15%, red's got 877, 1,320% in the odds.
The odds just keep getting crazier. I mean, while normal grass types are weak against poison, Bulbasaur and Lileep aren't, because rock resists poison and, I think it does. And, poison resists poison, of course, so it's neutral for them. Might be ground that resists poison and not rock, I'll have to check.
I'm feeling it's more ground, but it might be both of them.
I know ground resists for sure, I'm just forget if rock resists as well.
Listening to Doduo music from X and Y.
Looks like rock does resist as well, like I thought. I mean, how do you poison a rock?
Well, you can infuse it with poison and then throw it at someone and then get them poisoned.
Yeah, but that's something getting poisoned by a rock, not a rock getting poisoned, right?
True, but we don't have any living rocks in this world. Yet. Match begins! Crystal Coliseum!
Spartanberry says that ground resists poison and rock does not, but I think it's both. I guess we'll see, maybe.
Stunky goes for a swagger, getting that extra boost on attack for the confusion to do more damage. It outspeeds as well, so that means it could hurt itself in this turn.
Yeah, Bulbasaur does hurt itself. Its physical attack isn't very high though because it's a special attacker, so it didn't do too much damage to itself.
Stunky's going for punishment.
Punishment's gonna do extra damage because of the +2. Punishment does more damage based on the stat boost that the enemy has. Energy Ball's not gonna do too much.
I lost my tokens in pinball. Critical
hit! They got
hit.
a crit though. I think what they... Oh, and Overgrow as well. And the Miracle...
True.
Seed. That added up to a lot of damage.
We're going for the Sucker Punch.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Knocks it out first.
I think the reason why Blue switched to Energy Ball is because they weren't counting on getting confusion and self-hitting, or maybe they were just gambling. I guess that's what we do in PBR, we gamble, right?
It's all a big gamble.
Huntail's gonna be pretty good here.
When
it can get hit by Sucker Punch, but it has pretty good defense.
You say as it does a bit more than 1/3 damage. However, Huntail goes for a dive.
Defense isn't terribly high, but I mean, compared to like Stunky's attack, it's decent. Yeah, Dive will finish it off, and it'll be Pupitar up next unless they switch to Grimer. I don't see any input for... Oh yeah, it's coming in for Grimer now.
Grimer's obviously the better choice in this case.
Huntail does have 105 base defense. That's interesting.
Huntail's going for a Super Fang to halve the HP, which is kind of an odd move.
I saw a lot of switch inputs for Grimer, but it was still Pupitar that was selected.
Well, I mean, it's all randomized a bit.
Looks like, looks like Pupitar does get the job done. I guess if Huntail used Dive, it would have been good against Grimer, but I guess they were using Super Fang if they used Dive against Pupitar, would have been good, but I guess they were using Super Fang in case Grimer came out, because that would have done more damage.
Either way, in comes Lileep, the last of the blue team. And red team decides to switch out. Probably a very good move.
Now we'll be able to put my theory to the test about Lileep being neutral to poison.
Goes for a Seed Bomb, doesn't do a whole lot. Would have been pretty dang strong against... It does have recover,
so it should be able to outlast it. And with Rock Polish, it can outspeed and start flinching with Rock Slide. Oh, it already outspeeds.
Well, of course, if it manages to hit.
They can't really stall out because of Shreech. Shreech is a pretty good move here.
Rock Slide decides to hit this time.
Rock Slide does have a good flinch chance, so if they get one flinch, that might be all they need. Oh, and the flinch happens. I think that Rock Slide can 2-hit kill from this range, maybe.
Rock Slide goes in again.
Get hit,
ooh, yeah, that's definitely a 2-hit kill. However, it doesn't get the flinch and then goes Gunshot, and let's check your theory.
I was right, it was neutral, but it doesn't matter because of Shreech.
Alas. Down goes blue team, victory to red team.
Yep, Grimer did have a lot of attack, 232 attack.
Congratulations there, Red. If only you had the payout from before in the thousands.
I think if they got the dive off on Pupitar, it could have worked. Because Huntail was faster than Grimer, so it could have gotten a dive off on Grimer after killing Pupitar. But instead, they got... I think what Red did is they faked. They acted like they were going to switch to Grimer. So Blue decided to use Super Fang to try to do more damage, but then they switched back to Pupitar, and that let Pupitar kill Huntail, so it couldn't dive on Pupitar and Grimer, which turned out to be pivotal because that meant that Rock Slide didn't have enough damage to kill Grimer before the Shreech plus Gunk Shot.
One of our top betters, Adarash, seems to have been mistaken whether the second move on Huntail was Brine or Dive, and it happened to be Dive. Anyway, you handle the upcoming, the next match things. I'm just gonna be back in a moment.
Okay. Super Mario Galaxy music, that's nice. Okay, so on blue team we have Bayleef, Mamoswine, and Doduo versus Manectric, Gorebyss, and Lickilicky on red. Switching is on, normal rules. Last match we had a Huntail, this match we have a Gorebyss. Doduo can be fairly potent, as long as, well, if it's just Gorebyss versus Doduo, it could do pretty good. Because Acupressure plus Rest Hacks and Early Bird might be good. I think it's actually not that good in this matchup in general, because Gorebyss with Rain Dance and Damp Rock means Rain will be up for quite a while. I'll be able to start Hydro Pumping, which should be able to outpower Doduo, unless it gets a special defense boost off the bat. Lickilicky's rollout is good against Doduo too, and Manectric Spark. Bayleef's Energy Ball is good in general, and they don't have a hard counter to Bayleef. Also, Bayleef versus Manectric. We're gonna have some good mind games here. I mean, either Bayleef can HP ground Manectric, or if they predict a switch in, they could Energy Ball if they think it'll be Gorebyss. Maybe Energy Ball might be the better move overall. HP ground is kind of high risk, medium reward, I would say, or they might substitute if they expect a switch.
Alright, cool. Come back with 1 minute left to go.
Manectric is faster than everything on blue though, so if it comes down to Manectric versus Doduo, it should be able to win with Spark.
Still, that assumes it manages to get through Mamoswine and Bayleef.
Yeah, I think they would switch though. I guess they would want Lickilicky for Bayleef, Gorebyss for Mamoswine, and then like Manectric for Doduo or something, but they'd have to switch out turn 1. Or they might want to stay in. Like I said before, there's going to be some mind games with the switching here, and with Energy Ball, HP Ground, and Substitute. So it'll be very interesting to see what both teams decide to initiate with in attempts to gain advantages over the other team.
It's all up to you, players. Let's see how this goes as the match begins.
Alright, we got
some Pokemon XD music.
XD music.
I had XD, but then I got most of the way through it, but then this little kid deleted my save file.
Okay, looks like Manectric's gonna stay in and bite, while Bayleef is gonna go for Substitute.
Not a whole lot of damage. Feels like maybe a switch would have been a better idea.
Maybe they were going for the flinch. That could have been good. The Substitute going second means it'll be able to tank at least one attack. I mean, I think bite wouldn't do enough. Red team is howling though, so I think the second bite and forward will be able to break Substitute. I guess their blue team is trying to stall out Manectric with the Leech Seed.
Now might be a good time to switch, red team.
But if they keep howling, then I think that it would be able to break the Substitute.
Well, they didn't go for another howl. They're just going to see if they can do it in this turn.
Maybe +1 is enough. Oh
and
yeah, +1's enough. Bayleef going for hidden powered ground now.
Nice, solid, super effective.
I think when you combine it with the Leech Seed damage, it'll definitely be able to kill next turn, and I don't think Bite can kill it in one hit, and even with a crit, maybe a crit, I don't know. Or they could get a flinch with Bite, that's a good shot. I mean, there's been a few turns.
It's all up to luck though. Good ol' RNG.
Okay, no crit. Did they get the flinch? Nope.
Nope, it's just not on their side.
Oh
no, we did get the flinch. However, the Berry Juice and the Leech Seed will probably mitigate all that damage.
Yeah, that Bayleef was pretty tanky with all that stuff it had set up.
Manectric tries another bite.
I guess it is a good thing that blue team decided to get the Leech Seed off, because that means that even when they're flinched, they still, like that, see, they still do some damage, they still get a little healing. Might be able to live one more because of all the healing it's gotten from Leech Seed. So even if it gets flinched, it could still kill Manectric unless it gets a crit.
Last bite of the round. Not a crit, only to red damage.
Yeah.
Crit didn't matter.
Yeah, I think that even if it flinched, it would have been fine.
People seem to be
finding... killed it.
People seem to be finding the camera zoomed in. I don't really notice any difference, but then again, I don't really pay attention to PBR outside of commentating. Also, Hi, Joyce, we're Gorebyss
Joyce.
is trying to set up.
Yeah. It gets the Rain Dance up, but Bayleef is going to Energy Ball it. Gorebyss has fairly good special defense, though. Oh,
But
it
it's
didn't
not
live, though,
enough.
because of Overgrow. Red decided to throw with Rain Dance. That's some big greed right there. They really should have killed Bayleef because they were faster, and they knew about Overgrow Energy Ball, I hope.
Well, in the heat of things, sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
Bayleef outspeeds, goes for another energy ball.
Energy Ball's gonna do a good amount of damage. I thought it was because of Overgrow, but I guess Lickilicky is just that good.
Rollout
Rollout
starts.
doesn't kill.
But however, that means the next few rounds will be even stronger.
I think that might be to its advantage. Maybe not. Because I think they need a 3 plus a 4 to kill Mamoswine. I don't think a 2 plus a 3 can kill, like a second hit plus third hit. I think they need third plus fourth. And
Yeah.
that means that they'll be going into Mamoswine with a third plus 4 hit.
However, I'm not terribly sure if it'll be able to live through this.
I think they might be able to live one attack at most, because Mamoswine is faster than Lickilicky.
But they go in for Doduo instead.
Yeah.
And Doduo outspeeds with a tri-attack. Is that enough? Not quite. This might actually...
Oh, it got paralyzed though. Lumberry cured paralysis.
Nice,
That
nice!
doesn't really matter though, because Mamoswine is faster, so it can kill Lickilicky. Oh, and it had a focus
Oh, and the
sash
focus
too.
sash. Oh, this could have been an excellent reverse sweep, but oh well. Tri-attack hits. That'll probably be
Yeah,
enough.
that'll
It might
finish it.
clutch, but yeah, that's it. Red team is down. Blue team is the winner. Wasn't a bad showing from Red team at the beginning, at the end, but their beginning was a bit weak.
I actually thought it was opposite, that the beginning was okay with the bite in the house, you know, getting +1 to be able to break the subs. I thought the ending was worse because they let Bayleef do way too much. It had Overgrow, and they had Gorebyss out, and they were faster, but instead of killing it with Body Slam, they decided to sack Gorebyss for Rain, which couldn't have benefited Lickilicky in any way, and then they let it get 2 Overgrow energy balls off on Lickilicky, which means that it wouldn't be able to roll out Sweep Blue, not to mention
I'm just
the
gonna
focus
hope that
sash
was
on
a slow
Doduo.
switch. Anyway, up we go.
I hope your headache gets better, Twice Sparks.
Pokemon Greystone, it's a special kind of hack that I can't really talk about. Apparently the next hack we'll be playing, well, I don't know if it's a hack or not, it probably is, will be taking
they reveal
approximately... They haven't revealed it, but Zeke said it should take about 8 months, and it's not Chinese emeralds or sapphire